affirmations or bhavana after your practice. But maybe this will help us start our practice today with a positive thought. So I'm going to open it up and see what it says. It's kind of like a fortune cookie. All right, perfect. Just like life, right? Just like today. Inside, I have to put on my glasses. That's pretty sad. Inside us, there's everything. We just have to look for it. So that's a perfect intention for today as we dive inside. So with that being said, roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Allow the elbows to hang out right underneath the shoulders. Palms can face down for grounding. Palms can face skyward for energy. As we close our eyes and gaze inward, beginning to filter the breath in and out through the nose. Discovering the consistency, the texture, the quality of the inhalation as well as the exhalation. The jaw is soft as a relaxed tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Start to invite Ujjayi breath into the practice, which is partial closure of the epiglottis and the trachea. To me, it sounds like Darth Vader breathing, or perhaps the sound of a roaring ocean. So as we exhale, please contract the navel towards the spine as we gently push all of the breath up and out through the nostrils. Inhaling, filling up the lower belly as it expands in every direction. And the breath begins to spread up into the ribcage. Exhale from the ribcage and the navel contracts towards the spine, pushing all the breath up and out. Inhale, deep down into the lower belly, into the ribcage, swirling open the heart, massaging space all the way up into the shoulders. So we exhale, the breath will leave the shoulders, the heart, the ribcage, and the navel contracts towards the side. Again, inhale, deposit fresh new energy into the lower belly as it begins to rise like mercury in a thermometer all the way up to the shoulders, massaging all tension, cares, concerns, the weight of the world off of your shoulders. As you exhale, just continue to let it all go. Let go of everything that no longer behooves your higher being. Inhale, feel that life force entering you, rising up. Prana. And as we exhale, witness the upon energy traveling down, drawing into our life exactly what we need today. Root down, and again, inhale, allow that energy to rise all the way up, filling yourself up, nourishing you, healing you. And as we exhale, drawing into our life exactly what we need. The hands will arrive together into Anjali Mudra, a prayer. Again, taking time to reflect on these three things that we're grateful for this morning. Bowing our foreheads down, down, down to our hearts. And setting our intention for our practice. So your intention could be something as more expansive hips, maybe more laughter, love, compassion, patience, or something as profound as healing this world or world peace. Regardless, once again, it behooves your higher being as well as all others in this universe. And then inhale, open up your eyes, interlace your fingers, press your palms forward, sweep your palms up towards the sky, drop the chin into the chest, extend the arms back behind you. Now, if you need to, sway your head from side to side, go for it. Maybe you want a pendulum your torso from side to side. That might feel really good. So start to inquire how your body feels. How do you need to move around? Little micro movements of exploration. Perhaps an exhalation through the mouth. And then inhale, look forward. Release the hands, start to create big wrist rotations as the hands lower shoulder height. And then we reverse the circulating through the wrists, just starting to open up through the joints. And then the hands float all the way down towards the earth. TP out through the fingers. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down a few more times. Again, take the weight of the world off of your shoulders. And everyone else's cares and concerns, they're not for you. Engage Mula Bandha, pull the rib cage back in, exhale. Inhale, sweep your heart, your head, your hands all the way up towards the sky. And then as we exhale, the chin melts into the chest as we extend our arms far behind the shoulders, contract the navel towards the spine. Again, inhale. I like to visualize and draw a healing bubble of love, of light around my vessel. And then exhale, chin melts into the chest, contract in between the shoulder blades like you're squeezing and holding a magic wand. Inhale, sweep the hands up, shoulder width apart. We're going to pivot off to our right. Our left hand is going to embrace our right knee. Inhale, reach your right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, float that shoulder down in front of the knee. Make sure you root down through the right sit bone and keep that left arm straight. Inhale, gaze upward and backward. Exhale, gaze forward, downward, and backward. How is your range of motion? Inhale, the fullest breath with the fullest range of motion. Exhale, gaze forward, downward, and backward. One more time up and one more time down. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, reach the crown of the head up towards the sky, right arm out through the shoulder. Hinge through that right arm. Try to embrace that left hip flexor. If that doesn't happen, just simply allow the hand to come back behind the tailbone as though it's a second spinal column. Inhale, roll a little bit further onto the front of the pubic bone. And then as we exhale, assist the twist with pulling on your left hand on the knee and take the navel, the heart, and the side behind you. Again, inhale, climbing up the ladder of the vertebrae. And as we exhale, twisting, twisting, twisting. One more time, just like this. Inhale, pull length. Exhale, twist. Now allow your chin to levitate right on top of the sternum as you melt your left ear towards the shoulder. Maybe you nudge your nose forward and back, opening up through the side of the neck and maybe deep down into the scalene. Sometimes I have to pulse my nose skyward and downward. Again, inquire what you need to do to open up. Just let it feel good. And then inhale, sweep the crown of the head back up towards the sky. Extend both arms high towards the sky. And as we exhale, pray it down and forward. Walk your hands forward, TP out through the fingers. Plug the sit bones as far back as you can. Maybe begin to swoosh from side to side. Maybe curl your heart up towards the sky and wash it forward. In your own unique way, enjoy a seated forward fold. Sometimes it's really nice being still and allowing the breath to move you. Sometimes it's really nice just to kind of wiggle yourself free. And then the hands slide underneath the shoulders. We elevate the crown of the head right on top of the groin once again. Hands behind you, smile your legs wide open, and then recross your legs in the opposite direction. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Inhale, root down to rise up. Good, hands are shoulder width apart, and then this time we pivot to the opposite side, which is our left side. Right hand embraces that left knee. Inhale, reach for the moon, keep your left sit bone rooted, and see if that straight arm can float right down from the shins. Root down once again. Inhale, gaze up and back. Exhale, gaze up, forward, and downward. Again, inhale, just making motion through the neck, opening up through our throat chakra, where we do most of our communication. One more time down and back. Inhaling up, sweep the crown of the head up towards the sky, left arm extends out through the shoulder, either hinge through the elbow to embrace that right hip flexor, or take the hand, the palm directly behind the tailbone, making it flat. Inhale, once again, lift up through the heart. Exhale, push into your right hand to assist the navel, the heart, and the gaze to twirl over your left shoulder. Again, inhale, enjoy that beautiful breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, pull length. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, pull length. Exhale, twist. Inhale, the chin levitates right on top of the sternum as the right ear floats to the shoulder. Keep sliding both of the shoulders down the back body, and then if you desire, nudge the nose forward and back, making your own unique motions and movements. Stay connected to the primary focus, which is our breath. And then sweep the crown of the head back up towards the sky. Release all 10 fingers back up towards the sky as we inhale. As we exhale, the thumbs travel down the center of our vessel, reflecting on our intention. Walk the hands forward once again. Inhale, hook the heart up towards the sky. Tuck the shoulders and the hips back in your own unique way. Move forward. So always think about moving forward and not necessarily downward. So the heart is always guiding you. Breathing in and breathing out. If you desire, the mouth is a larger orifice to release any toxic thoughts, feelings, or sensations. Larger than the nostrils, that is. Good. And then if you have the ability, gaze forward and deliciously draw your body up onto your hands and knees. If that doesn't happen like that, you simply spiral off onto one side and come up onto your hands and knees. I acknowledge that there are many roads to every pose, so you do what you need to do. Spread your fingers nice and wide, point your toes back behind you, push into the shins, and bubble out through the back of the heart into a count. As you inhale, melt your heart down through the gateway of the shoulders, up towards the sky, spread through the sits bones. As you exhale, once again, stand on those shins and bubble out through the back of the heart as you drive the navel towards the sides. Inhale, think about tugging your wrist towards your knees so that the clavicle gets nice and broad. As you exhale, round to the back and pulse the hips as close to the heels as you can. Walk your hands a little bit further forward. Inhale, draw your body back up onto your hands and knees. Scoop your heart, your gaze up towards the sky. Again, exhale, rounding to the back and lower all the way down. 2 more times, just like that, pulsing into it. Inhale, stack the shoulders on top of the wrists. Spread the sits bones wide. Exhale, take the sits bones towards the tailbone, making the hips tight. 1 more time. Inhale. Scoop the heart up, push into the shins. And then exhale, round to the back as we pause here in an extended child pose. Feel free to spread the knees wider if you'd like. Deposit the forehead onto the earth. Sweep the hands onto your low back. Interlace your fingers as though you're holding onto a crystal ball. Hook the knuckles up towards the sky. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then hook the knuckles forward. Maybe you roll through one shoulder at a time or sway the arms from side to side. Stay with your breath. Try to keep your hips heavy. Start to allow the gravity to assist the hip flexors and the low back to open up. And then sweep the hands back down to the low back. Extend both arms forward as you draw yourself back up onto your hands and knees. I'd like to warm up the wrists so that shoulders are directly on top of the wrists, knees are underneath the hips as we begin to create a circle around the perimeter of our hands. How do your wrists feel today, your forearms? Are you going to have to come down onto your forearms more than your hands spread and working through the wrists? So always feel free to modify. And then pause. Tuck your toes under, pick the knees up about 6 inches up off the earth, and plant your heart right on top of your thighs for a bear position. Look at your navel. Feel the extension from your fingertips to your sits bones. And then as you exhale, start to blossom into your down dog. Maybe pedal through one knee at a time. Maybe spiral the hips from side to side, creating figure 8s. Just doing what you need to do. And then from here, inhale, flow back down onto your hands and knees. Exhale, create a cat. Inhale into a cow. Exhale, slide through your bear pose into your down dog. 2 more times. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, bend the knees, straighten the legs. One more time. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, bear pose, down dog. Please spread your feet as wide as your mat. Root the heels into the earth. So if you have to walk your hands back a little bit, go for it. And begin to swish your hips from side to side. Experiencing sensation in the outside perimeter of the hips or wherever else you feel it. Allowing the swishing to come to a standstill. Let's spread the right arm underneath our torso, embracing the left ankle. Roll open through the left armpit today. Root down through both heels. Breathe in and breathe out. Release the right hand forward. Spreading the left arm underneath the torso to embrace the right ankle, shin, or quadricep. Roll the right armpit higher towards the sky. Root down through both of the heels. And then release that left hand forward. Walk your feet back into alignment with the hips. And then roll and bubble out through the back of the heart into a plank position. And then hold your plank position. Again, if it hurts your wrist, come down onto your forearms. Engage through your quadricep muscles. And then scoop the thighs forward. Allow the knees to levitate a half inch off the earth. And then exhale, straighten out the legs. Continue pumping through the core, bending and extending. So the booty in no way or form is bobbing up and down. If anything, continue to scoop the pubic bone towards the navel every time you bend, bubbling out through the lower lumbar. And we have 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now we deposit the knees all the way down behind the hips, untuck the toes, 8 points of contact. Shave your side body, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, wash your forehead down and soften your facial muscles. Again, inhale, cobra pose. TP out through the fingers this time. Elbows up towards the sky. Push firmly into all of your toes, visualizing standing on your feet. And lift that bottom rib cage up. Squeeze your tush and let it go. Big bright eyes up towards the sky. Maybe you can lift your hands up. And then exhale, wash your forehead down. Either push up onto hands and knees or plank position, down dog. Inhale, flow into the plank position once again. Exhale, 8 points of contact. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, hands and knees or plank position, bear pose, down dog. One more time. Inhale, plank, or you can be on your hands and knees. Exhale, a cat or 8 points of contact. Inhale, cow or your cobra. Exhale, hands and knees or plank, down dog. Inhale, flow into a plank position. Good. Exhale, chaturanga. 8 points of contact. Inhale, cobra or your up dog. Exhale, I'll meet you in down dog. One more time, your flow of choice, cat to cow, 8 points of contact to your cobra or your chaturanga to up dog. So inhale, plank, or your hands and knees. Exhale, you choose. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet together. We're going to do little bunny hops. It's almost Easter, right? The little bunny hops moving forward. Maybe you have to TP out through the fingers until your feet come to the top of your mat. Big toes and heels are connected. Push your hands onto your shins and lift your heart forward. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Neutralize through the neck. Pour more of your body weight into the balls of the feet. Engage through your quadricep muscles. And then as we exhale, hinge from the hip flexor and forward fold. Again, inhale, lifting up into Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. 3 more times. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Some of you are so limber, maybe as you lift up halfway, the palms can stay on the earth. And then exhale. One more time. Inhale, remember, pour your body weight up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Thumbs into your hip flexors, elbows squeeze up towards the side. Bend the knees, scoop your heart forward and starward, and exhale, straighten out all your limbs. Inhale, look down to rise up into your high mountain pose. Exhale, create down and forward. Feel free to bend the knees, just maintain a straight spine, or the legs can stay straight. Inhale, step your right leg back into a high lunge, into a low lunge. Inhale, reach your heart, your head, your hands all the way up towards the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. Plug the left hip back, push the right hip forward. Wingspan the arms out, the side, and behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back and down, and down, and down, and down. Push the earth, and then see if the knuckles can slither right behind the smile of the right knee. If you're feeling really strong today and you have a lot to burn up, go ahead, pick that right knee up into a high lunge. Stay with your breath. Inhale, look forward. As we exhale, slide that left ribcage onto the inside of that left thigh, or plant your heart right on top of the quadricep. Pull the shoulders away from the ears as your knuckles drop forward. Release the hands back down to the floor, framing the left foot. Inhale, bend the right knee, lift the right knee, exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, exhale, forward fold. Flat back, extend the arms out to the side, sweep them all the way up towards the sky, palms connect. Exhale, thumbs travel down the center of your vessel, Samahasthiti. Inhale, wingspan the arms out and up. Let me see your quadriceps engage as you plug them back, I'll open heart, rise you forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, step that left leg back, left knee onto the earth. Anjana Asana, reaching your heart, your head, your hands all the way up towards the sky. Invite that right hip back, left hip forward. Stand firmly on the inside arch of that right foot. Look forward, wingspan the arms out. Interlace the fingers back behind you. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and then back. See if those knuckles can come behind the left knee. If you feel like a powerhouse today, again, pick that left kneecap up off the earth for a higher lunge. Inhale, look forward. Slide the right ribcage down the inseam of that right quadricep. Take the shoulders away from the ears as the knuckles drop forward. 2 more breaths here. Release the hands to frame the right foot. Everyone pick your left kneecap up off the earth. 1 giant step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. From here, walk your feet hip width apart. Okay? I'm going to create the shaka. Release everyone. Place it in between the feet so that you know you're perfect and you're appropriate for what we're doing. If your hands have yet to arrive on the earth, it's a good time to embrace blocks or a water bottle or 2. From here, we're going to bend the right knee. Okay, keep both heels on the earth, and then push your left hip towards the left, keeping the leg straight, and walk your hands out to the right. Shake your head, rest. Allow the head to hang heavy. Really pour and push that left hip towards the left wall. It's kind of like your sassy going, what? So you feel that pull outside edge opening up. Maybe you pulse into the right foot, the left foot. Maybe you spiral the hip forward and backward, or maybe even starward and downward. Please walk your hands back underneath the shoulders, straighten out both legs. Inhale, lift up halfway, take the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do the other side. Bend the left knee, keep both heels on the floor. Right leg stays straight as we walk our hands off to the left. Shake the head. Maybe you walk your hands even further back so you feel the intercostals on the right side open. And then pour and push your right hip all the way to the right wall. Just let it all go. Maybe a flubber breath out through the mouth. You even do that. And then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Straighten out both legs, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Flat back, we extend our arms out to the side, sweep them all the way up towards the side, palms connect. And this time we pray down and forward immediately. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back to a plank position. Come down onto your hands and knees directly underneath the hips. If you need extra cushion, you can place that underneath the knees with either placing a blanket there, but maybe you're on your carpet already. So your toes are tucked under. You're going to extend the right leg back behind you. Pick the right heel up hip height. Okay, just keeping the right leg here for now. Let's try this on for size. Bend the elbows out to the side and then straighten the arms. So let's do that again. Elbows out to the side, elbows are up towards the sky, and then straighten out through the arms. This time, let's try chaturanga elbows. So we leapfrog our shoulders forward a little bit, and then we straighten. Try it again. And just see what fits you best today. All right, so just keep that in mind. Inhale, kick right heel high towards the sky. Exhale, kiss your right knee, bubble out to the back of the heart. Inhale, please keep your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, you bend your elbows your way. Inhale, pause. Exhale, push up. Forehead and knee connect. 3 more times. Inhale, smooth as glass. Exhale. Please inhale and harness your energy. And then exhale, push up. Forehead and knee connect. 2 more times. Inhale. Easy breezy. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, push up. Forehead and knee connect. 1 more time. Inhale, lifting skyward. Exhale. Inhale, pause. Exhale, push up. Forehead and knee connect. Send right leg back behind you. Beckon right heel towards your gluteal. Drop that right hip with the internal rotation. And see if that left hand can sweep back to embrace the inside arch of the foot. Or you can use your strap, a scarf, a belt, or a tie. So now project that right heel up towards the sky, have a heart lift, and then tug your toes and your leg back and allow the heart to lift too. Breathing in and breathing out. And slowly release that left hand right underneath the shoulder. Extend right leg back behind you. Tuck your right toes under. Cartwheel right toe, heel behind left toes. Take your left hand just a smidge out to the left. And then embrace your right hip with your right hand. Try to zipper up through the front body so you're using your core as you extend your right arm up towards the sky. Just for a moment so that we know where we're engaging, pick that left knee up. So you're standing on the outside perimeter of the right foot. And then extend the right arm in front of you. Sweep the right arm on top of your ear. Take both shoulders away from your ears. Stand firmly on the outside perimeter of the right foot. And then go ahead, pick that left arm up like we're holding onto a big ball of energy for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand comes down. Right arm back up towards the sky. Merge the right knee directly underneath your hip. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, thread right arm underneath left. Pulse it. Right ear down. Inhale, straighten both arms, sweep high towards the sky. Exhale, pulse it through. Inhale, sweep right hand high towards the sky. Exhale, pulse it on through. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, we're going to stay with that right arm onto the floor. Right ear is on the earth. Knees are directly underneath the hips. You can stay here by taking out through the fingertips and walking the fingertips towards the crown of the head, opening up through that left armpit. You can also choose to place your left palm onto the right hand, sweep that left hand high towards the sky. If you want to play along, go ahead, bend through that left elbow and embrace your right hip flexor. So engage Mula Bandha and your core as we begin to extend that left leg back behind us. Okay, inhale, exhale, sweep that left heel up. You always have the choice to create a kickstand with the left hand as well as that left leg rises high, and then you project your left toes towards the left and up towards the sky, similar to Ardha Chandrasana. If you fall down, just pick yourself up. You're not that far from the floor. Good, really stack that left hip on top of the right.
Take right side of pubic bone closer towards navel. And then slowly lower that left knee back down underneath the hip. Release that left hand back underneath the left shoulder. Simultaneously straighten both arms. Inhale, reach for the moon. Exhale, right hand comes down. Again, trace the perimeter of your wrists, your fingers with your shoulders. And now reverse it. And then grip the front of your mat. Tuck all 8 fingers underneath your mat. The thumbs are on top. I want you to visualize that you could tear your mat in two. So the hips are stacked right on top of the knees. The toes are tucked under. Project the sits bones up towards the sky like the mountain peak. So this is called a pike. And then tear your mat in two and see if your heart and your chin can come all the way down to the floor. If it's too intense, you just walk your knees back a little bit more. If the forehead's the only thing that comes down, that's okay too. Breathing in and breathing out. If you have even more space, the toes are tucked under, and you can alternate lifting one knee up at a time or both knees. Slowly release, but slide forward into a Sphinx position. Lower the belly all the way down towards the floor. Release the grip from your mat. Elbows are slightly in front of the shoulders. If you have low back issues, you can always spread your legs nice and wide. Otherwise, keep them hip width apart. Tuck the elbows towards your waistline. Feel your heart emanate up towards the sky. Broaden through the clavicle. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Can you see your gluteals? Make sure that they're nice and soft. Look over the left shoulder. Pull right shoulder blade back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, look forward, straighten out through those arms. Squeeze the tush, let it go. It shouldn't be active. Tug your wrists towards your hips. Lift up through the heart. And then as we exhale, we wash our soft face back down towards the earth. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Either push up onto your hands and knees, a plank, maybe an extra chaturanga, and we'll all meet in down dog. Let's see how our balance is flowing today. Let's take our left fingertips towards our left toes. Keep out through the fingers or keep the palm flat. It's really going to help you if you look forward at your right middle finger as you invite your left knee into your armpit. And then go ahead and look back towards your navel, breathing in, breathing out. Think about being able to extend the right leg up towards the sky, but go ahead and release your limbs back into your down dog. Right fingertips towards your toes. Arms are super straight and strong. Look forward. Where you look does matter. Perception and perspective. Right knee towards your armpit. Breathing in, breathing out. Look up at your navel. And then slowly release your limbs. And then come back down onto your hands and knees. Knees together, heels together. Melt the hips all the way down onto the heels. From here, your hands can just relax on top of your knees, and we create little circles through the hips. Let it feel good. Remember those gyrotronics? Just nice round movements, maybe incorporating the head. And then reverse it. And then pause, and then see if you can isolate the rib cage. It's the rib cage. The hips. Nice. And heavy onto the heels. And then reverse it. Awesome. Draw your body back forward onto your hands and knees. This time, the left toe gets to tuck under, or both toes tucked under. Left leg extends back. Pick that left heel up hip height. Okay? So then from here, remember if you like the elbows out or in. Inhale, kick left heel, heart and gaze skyward. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it high, keep it high. Exhale, bend. Inhale, pause. Exhale, push up. Forehead and knee connect. Inhale, lift everything you've got. Exhale, keep it lifted, just bend the elbows. Inhale, pause. Exhale, push up. Forehead and knee connect. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Now stay here. Harness your energy. Gather it together. And then exhale, push up. forehead and knee connect. One more time. Inhale, lifting high. Exhale, bending. Inhale, pause. Exhale, push up. Forehead and knee connect. Send that left leg back behind you. Kick the left heel towards the gluteal. Sweep the right hand back to embrace the inside arch of that foot and lift that foot as high as you can. Keep it internal rotation, meaning that left knee comes in towards the midline. Lift, 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 lift. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then slowly release the right hand. Extend left leg back behind you. Cartwheel left heel behind right tuck toe. Take right hand just to the right, about ½ inch. Let's first embrace our left hip flexors. Slide the shoulders down the back body. Take the right side of the pubic bone closer towards the navel. Extend that left arm up towards the sky. Get active standing on the outside perimeter of the left foot and pick that right knee up. Good. And then lower it back down. Left hand out towards the left as it sweeps on top of your ear. Again, shoulders away from the ears. Activate your core, Mula Bandha, and then project that right arm up for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. It's like a roller coaster ride. Woo! I hope you're not scared and you're having fun. And then the right hand comes down. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Left hand stays skyward. Left knee comes down. Inhale. Exhale. Thread it on through. Inhale. Sweep. Left arm high. Right arm straight. Exhale. Bend your right elbow like you're doing a one-handed push-up. Inhale. Open up. Exhale. Thread it on through. One more time. Inhale. Reach for the moon. Exhale. We're going to pause here. Back and left shoulder on the earth. Left ear onto the floor. Hips are stacked on top of the knees. You can either opt to take the right fingertips towards the crown of the head. Right hand onto the left. Inhale, sweep right hands up. Maybe you hinge through that elbow. Taking both sits bones back equally. Tucking the toes under. Extend right leg back behind you. Inhale, exhale, pick right leg up and start to spiral your right toes towards the sky with the external rotation. Continue to scoop the pubic bone closer towards the navel. Breathing in and breathing out. A little bit higher, absolute highest. And then very slowly release the right knee underneath the hip. And then deposit right hand underneath the shoulder. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, release. Tuck your toes, down dog. In, to breathe out. Inhale, sweep right leg high towards the sky. Elevate onto the ball of the left foot. Kiss your right knee. Use your right hip flexor and your core, bubble out to the back of the heart, and try to step your right foot in between the hands. Angle the left heel onto the earth, left toes towards 10 o'clock. As you sweep your left arm forward, upward, and backward, as we all become warriors. So the head is directly on top of the groin. Think about your ankles being underneath your wrists. It's just a good gauge. As you bend through that right knee, you roll that left thigh back and take the right knee towards your pinky toe. Get a little bit deeper, look over your right middle finger, not just with your eyes, but with your chin as well. Sweep your left hand back behind you to embrace that right hip flexor. Flip right palm up towards the sky. Reach as far forward as you can, pulling length through the right side body. And then as we exhale, create a rainbow above the head. I like to look down at my left toes to watch my left thigh roll back, but you might prefer looking up at your right fingertips. Stay with your breath. Bend through that right knee. Think about the right thigh separating from the groin. Stay with the side bend, and then just straighten out through the right leg. Head comes right on top of the groin again. Arms extend out. I like to narrow my stance just a little bit, preparing for Trikonasana. So just go shift your hips to the left. Extend your right fingertips again as far forward as you can, pulling length through the right hip flexor to the right fingertips, and then just wingspan the right hand down behind your right shin, left arm up towards the sky. So if you need to place your hand on a block, go for it, or on your right shin, go for it. Stay with your breath. Take the right pubic bone closer towards the navel, roll that left hip back. So even if you need to, you can take that left hip back. You can always come into it with that left hand onto that right hip flexor so that the shoulders are really stacking on top of each other. Otherwise, why not challenge ourselves? Stand that left arm forward, pivot it on top of the ear again. And then, yes, pick the right hand up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, right hand comes down. Left arm comes out to the side, right arm comes out to the side just for a moment, and we release our hands back down to our sticky mat. Micro bend through the right knee so you can step your left foot slightly forward, preparing for Parsvottanasana. If you happen to have a block, go ahead, pick the ball of the right foot up and place it onto the block. This will help you engage through the right quadricep. The hands can come on more blocks or onto your right shin, or if you need support, maybe just one block. Plug the right hip back, push the left hip forward, squaring off the hips, pike the sits bones back up towards the sky, and then see if your chin can come all the way down onto your shin. Staying with your breath. Allow that hamstring to open up. Tug the right kneecap closer towards the sky. Really engage it so the hamstring has a better chance to release. Okay, to challenge yourself, reach your left hand back to embrace that left calf, framing your right shin with your shoulders as that right hand comes back to embrace the calf as well. And then you tug the calf up towards the sky with your shoulders, finding a little bit of that isometric resistance, which creates a balance. And then release the hands back underneath the shoulders. Eliminate the block from underneath your foot. I hope you have 2 blocks so that you can place your hands onto the blocks. We're not done with Parsvottanasana. Your fingertips face back, okay? Your wrists are forward. And we're going to take our blocks as far back as we can. I would highly suggest having your blocks at the second height. And as you advance, you won't need any blocks. So can you feel how your hips are plugging back? The left knee comes to kiss the right knee. And you're still leaning back. Remember, it's not a standing split. And then you pick that left heel up. And then lower. Let's try it again. Hips are coming back. Okay, from Parsvottanasana, make sure you walk your hands back. Then just the left knee. Knees are kissing together. Look at your big right toe. Arms are straight, and then pick that left heel up. And then release. Good, straighten out through that left leg. Walk your blocks, your hands forward. Inhale, bend through the right knee. Exhale, kick that left leg high towards the sky. Just yawn your legs open. Don't worry about alignment right now. Maybe you need to create circles with that left knee. Let it go. Now straighten out through that left leg. Look at the left toes, flexing towards the earth. Left heel kicks higher. Look at your big right toe, and if you have space, embrace behind the Achilles and the calf again, and then allow the left hand to do the same thing as we tug our ankles and our shoulders back up towards the side. And then release the hands back underneath the shoulders. Hands are flat on the floor. We bend the right knee a lot, okay? That right leg is super strong. Try to keep the left leg extended up towards the sky without momentum. Inhale, exhale, float back to the 3-leg down dog. Look forward. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, no breath, hop the right foot forward. 2 more times. Inhale, bend. Exhale, float back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, float forward. 1 more time back, 1 more time forward. Inhale, bend, you've got this. Engage Mula Bandha. Float back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, no breath, float forward. Good, bend through the right knee, step back to a high lunge. Come down into that left knee. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, pulse forward. Lift up through the heart. Exhale, straighten out right leg. 2 more times. Inhale. Now we're going to pause in Ardha Hanumanasana. The hips are stacked on top of the left knee. If you need blocks underneath your hands, go for it. Inhale, eliminate any lumps or bumps from the front body, the back body, and then melt forward. Remember, forward, not downward. If you need to pulse a little bit and kind of wriggle, I love doing that. I'm feeling it in my IT band today personally, so I'm going to keep my right toes flexed and propel them off to the right. Oh, feel that hip open, the IT band open as you bow forward into yourself. And then inhale, drawing the toes back up towards the sky. If you're doing that with me, point through the right foot, through the top of the right foot open, re-bend the right knee. Let's finally go into a hip opening. Walking that right foot off to the left for Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Once again, if this is inappropriate for you, you can always recline onto your back and then cross the right ankle on top of the left, threading the right arm in between the thighs and the left arm around the outside perimeter, interlacing the fingers in front of the shin or behind the hamstring. Today we're going to get a little active. Surprise, surprise in the flow class. So your right foot is super flexed. Left hip is propelling forward with that internal rotation. Stand on your right shin and then kind of inchworm your left knee a little bit further forward so that now the head is right on top of the hips, the tailbone, so that our low back has a little bit more space. See if that left hand can arrive onto the right knee as we sweep the right hand up towards the sky and then watch the right hand float back behind us. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Right hand up. Hands onto the knee. Slide the hips back down. Please come down onto your forearms. Realign yourself. Right hip back, left hip forward, shoulders away from the ear. And now drive the navel up towards the sky. Exhale, hug the abundant earth. Create any variation that serves you. So if you desire to meander off to the right, to the left, extend one arm, throw the other one under, into a mermaid pose, whatever feels good. Beautiful. Take the hands back underneath the shoulders as you elevate the crown of the head up towards the sky. So take your right heel a little bit closer towards your left hip. If you are in a thread the needle, go ahead, step back to a plank position. Shoulders are on top of the wrists. Pick that left knee up. And then as though we have a stiletto in the right foot, sweep that ball of the foot to the outside perimeter of your right pinky toe. And then step back. Oh, that feels good. Left foot forward. Step back. Step 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 forward. Step back. Just happy we're not throwing in those push-ups. Step back. Inhale, hands and knees are your plank. Exhale, your flow of choice. And I'll meet you in down dog. Or child pose. So make sure your fingers are nice and wide. Roll the forearms in, but get the upper arms away so that the armpits hollow out and your clavicle gets nice and broad. Look at your navel. Plant your heart towards your engaged thighs. Root down to the tailbone and the heels. Inhale, elevate right leg back up. Good. Exhale, bend through the knees, step the right foot in between the hands. Walk the hands towards the midline of your mat. Draw the heels together. Walk one hand at a time onto the hip flexor, or at least the crease, preparing for Kalayasana. So go ahead, you can shift from side to side, you can kind of bounce, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so the knees are directly on top of the ankles. Fingertips forward. Maybe we can get a clavicle adjustment. As we push our hands down, draw the shoulders up towards the ears. As our throat kind of sinks into our body like a turtle. And then release it. Hands slide down to your knees. Squat on down, push the knees back, and then look over your right shoulder. Bend. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, bend. Exhale, forward. And the other side. And then pause, drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky, coming into Kalyasana. So we all know what lion's breath is, correct? I hope so. You stick your tongue out to your chin, you look up towards the sky, and you exhale, so it look like this. Okay? So we're going to draw our elbows in, chin into the chest as we inhale, and now exhale. 2 more. Good, draw the hands back down. Woo, straighten out the legs. My dog is like, what the heck are you doing? Pivot your left toe forward. Frame your left foot. Good, inhale, lift up to the heart. Just hold it here. And now pivot the right heel back onto the earth. Right toes are at 2 o'clock. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, sweep right hand forward, upward, backward, and we have arrived. Maybe the palms can face up, feeling a sense of deep peace, of receptivity. Right thigh rolls back, left pubic bone closer towards the hip as that left knee bends. Contract in between the shoulder blades, yet pull the rib cage back in. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's reverse our warrior, sweeping the right hand back behind us. Perhaps you embrace that hip flexor. You can always place the hand onto the hip or onto the shin. You move as you need to do. Get into your body. Become aware of what you need to do. Inhale, reach that left hand forward. Exhale, create a rainbow effect. Looking down or looking up at your left fingertips. So you're not looking down to check out that pedicure, right? You're really looking at that right thigh rolling back. Bend through that left knee, separate the left quadricep from the groin, and then sweetly straighten it out. All right. Inhale, wingspan your wings back out. I like to create a little bit more of a narrow stance. Okay, palms face up. Disco shift your hips to the right. Remember, you can always create a bind if you prefer. Prepare for Trikonasana. Extend that left arm as far forward as you can as it sweeps down behind that left shin. So again, taking the pubic bone closer towards the navel, rolling that right hip back, taking the shoulders away from the ears. So even if you want to stay here, you can. Engage through that left quadricep. If you're accustomed to getting Baker's cyst behind the knee or you tend to blow it out, I want you to create just a little bit of a centimeter of a bend through that left knee, but continue to engage through the quadricep. And then if you have space, right hand comes forward as it propels right on top of your ear. Here we go, engage your core, left arm up, inhale, exhale, in, out, left hand comes back down, right hand back up towards the sky. We're gonna create airplane wings, right arm comes out, left hand comes up, plug that left hip back, push the right hip forward, and then the hands come down onto the earth. Micro bend through that left knee, step the right foot a little bit further forward, preparing for Parsvottanasana. All right, if you happen to have a block, or books will always work too. Place the ball of the left foot right on top. Okay, I like all 10 toes facing forward personally, but your right toes can always be facing about 2 o'clock again. Plug that left hip back, push the right hip forward. Is your left quadricep engaged? And then as we exhale, slide down the length of that left leg. Staying here, breathing in and breathing out. hamstring to open up. If you have more space, of course, the right hand can reach back towards the right calf. Shoulders frame that left shin as both hands grip behind the gastrocs, the calf. And then you tug that calf and the shoulder up towards the sky. Look at your big left toe, slide your chin closer towards it. And unlike a rubber band, release, eliminate the block from underneath the left foot. Hands are on your blocks, or you TP out through the fingers. If you don't have blocks, it just makes it a little harder. Otherwise, fingertips back. I like the heel of my hand right against the four corners there. So plug your hips as far back as you can. Take your hands as far back as they can. And then we bend through the right knee. Okay? So you stand on that left foot, look forward, and then pick that right heel up off the earth. Leaning back, breathing in and breathing out. And then release. Let's revisit it. Straighten both legs. Walk your hands even further back. Maybe you can lower your block one level or bring your hands flat onto the floor. So you see how the hips are really leaning back. They're not stacked on top of your ankle. Knees kiss each other, and then you pick that right heel up. And then when you need to, release. Straighten both legs. Blocks come forward. Rebend through that left knee. Woo, it's getting worked, isn't it? Right leg floats high towards the sky. Draw or open. Maybe do some moon rises with that hip. Okay, standing split. Look at your right toes. Kick that right heel as high towards the sky as you can with the internal rotation. See if that left hand can come behind your calf. Tug the heel, the calf up towards the sky. With the shoulders, TP out through the right finger, and then if you have space, that right hand can come behind as well. And then we release our hands underneath our shoulders. We all place our hands onto the earth, so we all get to bend that left knee. Inhale, bend. Exhale, three-leg down dog. Inhale, bend left knee. Exhale, hop it forward. Inhale, bend. Exhale, float it back. Inhale, bend, hop it forward. One more time back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Float right leg back into a high lunge. Lower down onto the right knee. Whew. Straighten out through that left leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. Bend through that left knee again for Anjaneyasana, but the hands stay on the floor. Just pulsing back and forward. Back and forward, sanding away that jaggedness, back and forward, and now we stay here. Left toes flex towards the nose. Inhale again, try to eliminate any lumps or bumps in the back body to front body as the chin slides closer towards your shin. Move forward, take the sits bones back, and of course, if you feel it in your IT band, you might enjoy propelling the left toes to the left. You can also get really creative here if you need to tilt that left sit bone starward and downward, or if you need to take that left heel towards the front right corner of your mat to address maybe sciatic issues. You can do whatever you want. Just keep the left foot engaged unless something's going on in your foot and you need to point it and then you feel it opening up. Right? Regardless, we're opening, we're expanding. We're progressing to our highest being, our highest potential. And then we all get to point through the left foot, back in the left knee to bend, as we walk our left foot off to the right for Ekapada or thread the needle. Also know that in the half splits, you can always feel free to flow into the full splits, right? So once again, we're standing on our left shin, our hands are on the foot and the knee. Right thigh is progressively moving inward. Right knee comes a little bit further forward. Get the head right on top of the tail. So the higher you lift, the more space you'll have in your lower lumbar. It should feel comfortable as we're activating through the left gluteal. The right hand comes onto the left knee. The left hand comes up towards the sky as we reach it back. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand comes up and down. Hips get to slide down. Woo-hoo. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, melt forward. So sometimes it's really nice to place a block underneath the forehead and or the sternum. Why? So that your shoulders, your arms are pushing away the earth. You can allow the elbows to come out from underneath the shoulders so you can really surrender to this pose. Just completely unwinding and nodding. And so don't suppress that abundant earth. It's time to tap into her daily. She's thriving, can be more alive, stronger. Keep coming back to Ujjayi breath. Feel the ebb and flow, the balance between the inhalation, the exhalation, the balance between the moon and the sun, the balance between masculine and feminine. And then the hands come back underneath the shoulders as our head elevates back up towards the sky. And once again, if you're threading the needle, you get to step back to a plank position. Otherwise, we're all going to repeat what we did on the other side. Stand on our hands and then spiral the left ball of the foot to the outside perimeter of the pinky finger. Here we go, step back to the plank, right foot comes. Now we bend the elbows, we straighten our arms. We step back, we step forward. We bend, we straighten, we step back, we step forward, bend and straighten, step back, step forward, bend and straighten, two more, back, forward, bend, straighten, back, forward, bend, straighten, one more just to find equanimity, bend, straighten, step back, come down onto the knees, exhale, child pose. Inhale, draw your magnificence back up onto your hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, down dog. Little bunny hops moving forward. Bend the knees. Hop, 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 hop as much as you need to. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back, extend the arms out to the side. Sweep them all the way towards the sky. Exhale, thumbs travel down the center of our vessel. Release the fingertips down towards the earth for a moment. And just breathe, standing in Tadasana. Feel your fingertips shooting roots into the earth as well as the soles of the feet. And now draw the palms together into Anjali Mudra from the heart. As we inhale, we draw the breath from the heart center to the third eye. From Anahata to Ajna. And then as we exhale, the energy and the breath from the third eye to the heart. Having a mind-body connection. As you inhale, you can chant so. And as you exhale, hum. You can do it quietly or verbally. So, hum. And then open your eyes, release your hands down to the side body. Coming into our pentacle pose today. So if you happen to have a block or water bottle, whatever you're using for a little bit of height, I would suggest it. We're going to come into Gurudasana, into Ardha Chandrasana. So our eagle pose into our half moon. So go ahead, place your block in front of your mat as high as it grows. Okay, I'll do it kind of at a side angle so that you can check me out today. So from here, bring the hands onto the hips. We're going to cross the left leg on top of the right. Okay, you can keep your left toes onto the floor like it's a little kickstand. You can also tuck those toes behind the right calf, or to challenge yourself, just squeeze your pinky toe into the shin. So this makes you, without the bind, squeeze everything in towards the midline. So kind of sink down like you're sitting in a chair or a throne. Take the hands together in front of the heart. Open up your wings just like a Rudra, and then cross your right arm on top of the left. Hinge through the elbows. Slide the shoulders further down the back body. Okay, and then start to squat down. Pull the hips and the shoulders back as your elbow starts to melt down on top of your right knee with the crown of the head and the fingertips drawing forward. Woo. Okay, inhale, look forward. Right hand comes onto your block, left hand comes onto your left hip flexor as you extend that left leg back. And then propel that left hip back for Ardha Chandrasana. Left arm up towards the sky. Good. Left hand comes down, left foot comes down. Bend the knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Good. Hands onto the hips. Point your right toe back behind you and just pulse your knees up and down, up and down. And then release. Okay, let's do the other side. So the block is a little bit more to the left. Spread the toes of the left foot. Bring the hands onto the hips. Cross your right leg on top of the left. So you want to create that kickstand. I know I had to release mine and come back to this pose. Otherwise, the right pinky toe touches the shin or the back of the calf. Hands come together. Inhale, opening up. This time, left arm crosses on top of the right. Hinge through the elbows, palms come together. Elbows forward, fingertips skyward, shoulders back, and start to bend, 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 bend. Plug those shoulders and the hips back. Release your hands. Left hand comes onto the block, right hand onto the hip. Extend that right leg back. Roll the right hip literally on top of the left. Take the shoulders away from the ears, and then sweep that right hand high. Right hand comes down, right foot comes down. And then bend the knees, roll up. And then just shake it all out. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And then come to the top of your back. Inhale, reach your heart, your head, your hands up. Exhale, pray down and forward. Fingertips stay on the floor, elevate high onto the balls of the feet and squat down. And then come all the way down onto your sit bones. Recline onto your back. Woo, the earth, it feels magnificent. From here, let's come into a happy baby pose or a half happy baby pose if you need to. Reaching your hands to the outside perimeter of your feet and just rock from side to side. Try to root the tailbone closer towards the earth. So it's not about whether or not you can touch your feet or if your knees come close to the floor. It's about elongating through the tail, through the head, so the energy can zing up and down freely through the Sushumna, which is the superhighway of our spinal column. Again, it's balancing out our masculine and our feminine. From here, draw the soles of the feet together. Keep your hands onto the top of the feet, kind of close to the ankle, and then Supta Baddha Konasana, but the hands stay glued onto the inside of the ankles down. So allow the legs to follow gravity as the knees and the feet come closer towards the earth. Kind of like Matsyasana, lift up through the heart so the shoulders fall away from the ears. And just wash your left ear towards the shoulder. So the weight of your legs are pulling your arms and your shoulders away from your ears, so it's opening up through the neck. Inhale, nose floats up towards the sky as we wash our right ear towards the floor. And then gaze up towards the ceiling. Release. Take those knees back into the heart. Squeeze them. Push the tailbone down. Feel those hip flexors expand. And then melt the feet back down into the supportive earth. We're going to come into Halasana. So make sure that you have enough space behind you to project the feet back. You don't have any ponytails or buns in the way, right? We lift the heart, slide the shoulders down. If you need to set up some blankets or towels behind the heart, right below the shoulders, go for it. Palms face down, legs up towards the sky into a 90-degree position. You may very well want to stay here. You can even wedge a little block underneath your tail and just spiral through the toes. Otherwise, here we go. Halasana, plow pose, pushing into the palms, projecting the feet above the head, tuck the toes under, and then walk one elbow closer to the other. Fingertips up towards the sky. Push into the balls of the feet. Feel that beautiful stretch from your toes to your head. Please keep your chin in alignment with your sternum. Refrain from looking side to side at any time. And then we inhale, reach our legs high towards the sky for Sarvangasana. So whether you're in a 90-degree position or if you're in your shoulder stand, it doesn't matter, we're still getting the same benefits. And then kind of spread your legs hip width apart. And then we just start to roll through the ankles. Nice and slow. And then we work it the opposite direction. And then maybe begin to pedal the feet. Maybe your big toes can come down towards your nose and the other 8 toes up towards the sky, and then you reverse it. You even have that kind of coordination today. Reach back up. Feet float back above the head. Sweep the hands back to embrace the calf or the kili as we roll down one vertebra at a time. Oh, maybe get a nice structural adjustment. But allow the feet to lower all the way down. Sometimes it just kind of seesaw, so I don't have to really use my core. Not that using your core is a bad thing. But the toes come forward, legs are nice and straight. Like we're just talking Stuart at the beach. Can't wait for those days again. Can't wait to hang out with all of you. Lift your heart, walk your elbows forward. Visualize a cord from the divine, lifting it up as the crown of the head comes onto the floor. Maybe the thumbs come together in front of the heart into a prayer as your biceps frame your ears, and maybe you pick your legs up off the earth. And then slowly release. Untuck the head. Recline. Just surrender here for a moment. Bend your knees, root the feet back into the floor. So from here, we're going to cross that right ankle on top of the left quad as though we're going to thread the needle, but we're not. Draw the left knee closer towards your left shoulder. Okay, keep the right knee pushing away. The right ankle stays glued onto the quadricep as we imprint the earth with our right foot to the left. And we push our right knee away with our left hand, and we look over our right shoulder. You can either extend the right arm out and long or bend through the elbow like Kalyasana arms or a cactus. Okay? So remember, the right knee is not drawing towards the heart, it's pushing away. So you feel this beautiful stretch in the outside perimeter of the hips. And then gaze skyward. Just simply pick that right knee up and plant it on top of the left for a gentle spinal final twist. Inhale, gaze up, use your core, float your knees back up, and deposit your feet back into the floor. Crossing your left ankle on top of your right quad, take the right knee closer towards your shoulder. Left knee is pushing away. Flex through that left foot. Inhale, exhale, taking that foot off to the right. Push your left knee away with the assistance of your right hand. Sometimes I feel it deep down into the hip flexor. Maybe you can even palpate your own psoas here. Woohoo! Okay, but most likely you'll feel it in the side. Again, you choose what you want to do with the left arm. You can hold it as long as you'd like. Otherwise, just release that left knee right on top of the right and twist and roll into the back of the left rib cage. Inhale, gaze skyward, draw your knees back up, hug them. If you need to do any other kind of pose, please do it now. Anything that will help you rest in peace. Maybe Setu Bandhasana or a back bend. Otherwise, the legs extend long forward. We lift our heart. I kind of like to wiggle around, just shaking it all out. And then spread your fingers super wide like rays of the sun and let them naturally contract. Feet just flop out, squeeze your tush, let it go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Remember, you can lie in Savasana as long as you desire today. Allowing the body to relax deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm going to guide you through opening the energy centers. So this is a meditation for healing and purifying your body and for getting your energy flowing. It's an excellent one to do first thing in the morning when you wake up, or at the beginning of any type of meditation, or any time you just want to feel relaxed and refreshed. So imagine that there's a glowing sphere of light surrounding the top of your head. Breathe deeply and slowly in and out 5 times, while you keep your attention on the sphere of light, feeling it radiate from the top of your head. Now allow your attention to move down to your throat. Again, imagine a golden sphere of light emanating from your throat chakra. Breathe slowly in and out 5 times with your attention on this light. Allow your attention to move down to the center of your chest. Once again, imagine the golden light radiating from the center of your chest.
Take 5 deep breaths as you feel the energy expanding more and more. Next, put your attention on your solar plexus. Visualize the sphere of golden light all around your midsection. Breathe into it slowly, 5 times. Now visualize the light glowing in and around your pelvic area. Again, take 5 deep breaths, feeling the light energy radiating and expanding. Finally, visualize the glowing sphere of light all around your feet and breathe into it 5 more times. Now imagine all 6 of the spheres of light glowing at once, so that your body is like a strand of jewels radiating energy. Now breathe deeply, and as you exhale, imagine energy flowing down along the outside of the left side of your body, from the top of your head to your feet. And as you inhale, imagine it flowing up along the right side of your body to the top of your head. Circulate it around this way 3 times. Exhaling down the outside of the left side of the body from the head to the feet. And inhaling onto the right side of the body from the feet to the head. Now visualize the flow of energy going from the top of your head down along the front of your body to your feet as you exhale. And as you inhale, feel it flowing up the back of your body to the top of your head. Circulate it around this way 3 times. Exhaling, cascading from the forehead all the way down to your feet. And inhale, flowing up from the heels to the head. Now imagine the energy is gathering at your feet, and let it flow up through the center of your body, from your feet to your head, radiating from the top of your head like a fountain of light, and then flowing back down the outside of your body to your feet. Inhaling from the insides of your feet, the insides of the legs, to the pubic bone, all the way up through the spinal cord to the crown of the head, and then it forks off, floating down, washing down the right side and the left side of the body until the energy merges back at the feet. Feeling deeply relaxed, energized, and exhilarated. Remembering, inside of us, there is everything. We just have to look for it. Coming back to this physical body with the breath, wiggling the toes, the fingers, swallowing your saliva, perhaps swaying the head from side to side or extending the arms back above the head and stretching through the right side, the left side, or giving yourself an enormous loving hug, or who we are today. Eventually, we will bend our knees, either hug them into the heart or the feet come onto the floor, just allowing that low back to reconnect to Mother Earth. And we'll sweetly roll off onto the right-hand side into fetal position. I always like to acknowledge how my heart feels a little bit more buoyant after my practice in this pose. And then you straighten out through the left leg, use the assistance of the left arm, the right arm to float yourself back up. Just allow the spine to grow extremely long, feeling the energy just zooming up and down freely as the shoulders fall away from the ears. Just allow our heart to emanate up towards the sky as well as the jaw remains soft. And in deep gratitude for all that we have, our health, our family, our practice, our friends, our home. So much to be grateful for. Let's conclude this practice with one sound of Om. So please exhale, inhale. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is love, of peace, of light and truth. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for